As Randy Pausch said, the brick walls are there for a reason. The brick walls are not there to keep us out. The brick walls are there to give us a chance to show how badly we want something. And that, my friends, is going to be your test. The test isn't what you're capable of. The test is, how badly do you want something? How far are you willing to go? What is that vision of you in the future, the person you're trying to become? How intense is it for you? Is it so intense that you're willing to fight for it? Because that is greatness. To think of the person you are today as being a waylay point to the person that you can become. And over there on the other side of that transformation is somebody so much more powerful and greater than who you are today, but it is you. It's the inevitability of who you can become if you're willing to put in the work. And as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said, I think the good and the great are only separated by a willingness to sacrifice. And what are you willing to sacrifice? Have you thought about it? Because until you know the price that you're willing to pay, you're not even going to take the steps that you need to take in order to execute against your greatness. I want it to be inevitable. We all want it to be inevitable. That vision that we have of ourselves, that we can become that thing. But if you're not willing to pay the price to get it, you will never attain it. That's the truth. That's the hard reality of the human condition, is you have to give blood, sweat, and tears to force your body and your mind to change. And people understand the physical transformation. People do not understand a mental transformation because it's invisible. But no matter what anybody says to try to hold you back, no matter what you tell yourself that may be limiting who you are, remember what Kobe Bryant said. Boos do not block dunks, no matter what anybody thinks, no matter how much hatred is slung at you. If you have a vision of yourself and what you can become, and you are willing to sacrifice to get there, and you are willing to suffer and endure, all that matters is whether or not you actually get great at something. And if you get great at something, no matter who tries to stop you, my friends, performance is its own answer. Becoming capable of the extraordinary, putting in a championship performance. These things are undeniable because they only happen when somebody tries to stop you and you overcome it. So don't judge yourself by your intentions. Judge yourself by your results and put in the work to get amazing results.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Had to start the day off with a little bit of Tom Bilyeu. For those that don't know his story, this is somebody that went through so many trials and tribulations. And if you've ever been out in the grocery store, you've ever seen the Quest bar, he's the guy that created that. So never underestimate the power of being able to dream big and understand that there is a price to pay to go ahead and reach greatness. So family, I am super excited. We are diving into a brand new month. Spooky season is over and we are officially into November to remember, right? I truly believe this is going to be a month to be able to go back and look inside of our journals and be able to say like, yo, November was the month that really set the tone, that got things going for 2023, right? It doesn't matter what's happened this year. We can make the decision to draw the line in the sand and really step into our greatness to really finish off November with a bang. So family, I've got an exciting topic today. We're going to be talking about what is the price willing to pay for greatness. But before we go ahead and dive in, let's drop a little bit of gratitude down below on a Monday. How is everybody feeling today? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful for the mind, for the body, for the spirit, grateful for every single one of you guys. Grateful for this morning routine that we got in this morning. I'm actually over here with JT. We got the visualizations in, we got the meditation in, we got a full-blown journal in, so ready to go ahead and get into it. In fact, for everybody that's been on this challenge, what day is everybody on, right? I'm currently on day 95, right? Day 95, going strong. So family, I'm proud of you guys for making the decision to become the best version of yourself. So let's go ahead and get into today. All right, family. So we're talking about the price willing to pay, right? I've got 4 different bullet points that I really want to go over as we go ahead and dive into today's training. So get your pens, get your blue pens out, your paper, and let's go ahead and get into it. So here we go. First things first, when we're talking about the price willing to pay, it's going to be the 4 different pillars, right? The 4 different pillars that it's going to take when we really make this decision. So for those that don't know, I've been inside of this industry since 2016, 2017. It's been a long time, right? There's been a lot of lessons that I've learned, but here's what I understood coming into this, right? This is something that is going to be long-term. This isn't something to come in and tiptoe for a couple months and try it out and see how it goes. If you really look at this from a third-person perspective, these are skill sets that we can take for life. In fact, before I even got started, there was 5 things that I really wanted to go ahead and master when I came into entrepreneurship, right? Because I knew there was 5 skills that anybody can learn to really change their life. It doesn't matter what industry that you're in, learning how to public speak, learning about personal development, learning how to actually have your money work for you, right? Learning about social media and branding yourselves, and learning the power of technology, right? Of learning the power of catching a trend. All these 5 things are 5 different ways that anybody can change their life if you're truly aware and able to tap into them. So this is what I wanted, and this is what I knew. These things take time, right? You're not studying for a test. We're not studying for a grade. We're studying for generational breaking curses, right? We're studying for skill sets that we can go ahead and pass down to our children. So as we come into this, think about everything that we've done up until this point. And if you put it like this, you're going to look at it completely different. Whatever we learn in, we can earn in. You see, when I got out of college, this hit me like a brick. So I'm seeing all my friends graduate, going into lawyers, becoming a doctor, becoming a nurse. Well, if we learn to be a doctor, we earn as a doctor. We learn to be a nurse, we earn as a nurse. Most of the time, those jobs have salary pays. So I don't care how hard you work, you're going to get cut at a number eventually. So when it came to entrepreneurship, if you learn to be an entrepreneur, guess what? You can learn and earn as an entrepreneur. Guess what the limit is for an entrepreneur? There's no cap. There's no limit to what anybody can earn in trading. If I showed you what I'm up in the past 5 days of trading, some people make that in a whole year. So at the end of the day, I started realizing money, mindset, work ethic, right? Working smarter instead of harder. Everything that I saw, I had to rewire my brain. You see, I don't come from money. I don't come from people that had a lot. I come from a very limited thinking, a very scarce thinking, right? Where people go out and they're used to making $9 an hour and selling drugs. That's what I grew up around. That's all I really knew. So when it came to thinking bigger, when it came to a long-term mindset, this was difficult at the beginning, right? This wasn't easy. Reading books, this was something that I didn't do in college. Taking notes, this was something that I didn't do a lot when I was in school, right? But I had to realize that all of these different pillars of success plays a role when it comes to painting the picture that we want and actually being able to see it and touch it in real life. Okay. So here's the deal. First pillar of success is going to be to gain the skill sets, right? In the 4 pillars of success, we got this from John Guam. This is a Chairman 100. This is somebody who's younger than me, pretty much barely got out of college. And now think about that. To be able to make 100,000 cheeseburgers a month, think about the person that he's had to develop, the person he's had to become to go ahead and actually and create that type of value. Because we get paid for the what? For the value that we bring to the marketplace. So when it comes to these skill sets, not only can we learn and master the skill set of trading, building an e-commerce store, being able to have our money work for us in all these different streams, but now we can duplicate it. Now we can go ahead and teach others the same things that we've been able to learn. And that's what happened to me. I used to be afraid to share this information. I used to be afraid to hear what other people think about what it is that I'm doing, until I had a couple instances happen to me. You know what happened along the way? I had students, I had mentees get introduced to the skill set of trading that picked it up faster than me. I've had mentees come in and learn the skill set of trading that ended up quitting their job as a bank teller because they didn't understand that the bank was making 8% a day while we made literally less than 1% a year on our savings account. And they went on to become a 6-figure trader. They went on to go ahead and completely master the skill of what we have right from our smartphone. So don't underestimate what somebody can do with this, but at the same time, realize that we have access to this. I don't care what job that you work, you can make a full-time income working part-time, learning these skill sets. I promise you that. How do I know? I've done it. I've seen many of others do it. So if you can come in and be intentional with these skill sets, here's the deal. For network marketing, there's about 12 of them, right? There's 12 to really go ahead and master. And they say for every skill set that we master, you can add 100,000 to your monthly income, right? So you wonder how people like Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, how are they chairman 750s, 750 a month? Well, guess what? They've taken the time to master around 7 to 8 of those skill sets, and it's not a coincidence why they see it actually inside of their life. So skill sets is huge, right? The 3 Ps of also this industry: present, prospect, promote. right? PS3, peak interest, share the plan, three-way call. When it comes to the skill sets of trading, being able to get on Go Live, being able to actually learn about technicals, being able to learn about candlesticks, being able to learn about psychology when it comes to crypto, of how people think. You see, when most people are greedy, guess what? The other side is fearful. But when most are fearful, what is the 1 to 5% doing? They're greedy. They're taking advantage. But if you don't know that mindset, if you don't understand these skill sets that take to be learned, you're going to wonder why you're not seeing the success that you want. And I've been there. So when I understood what I need to go ahead and take my time to go ahead and master, I was never bored anymore. I hear so many people tell me like, D, I'm bored. I don't know what I should be doing. We have a whole blueprint for you guys to go ahead and go through if you're willing to go ahead and step into you. If you're willing to go ahead and master these skill sets, whether it comes to trading, whether it comes to building the business. Matter of fact, this week, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over the website to show you the system again so you guys can see everything you need to go ahead and master for trading and everything on building the business so you guys are prepped and ready to go for the month of November. Because all this month, we're going to have Zoom calls being dropped on how to go ahead and get momentum, how to dive into impulse, how to go ahead and master the products, how to go ahead and hit these ranks over the next 90 days inside of your business. So we're going to have all of that if you're willing to go ahead and show up, take action, and apply it. And I promise you, there's no way that you're not going to be able to grow when you beat at these on a consistent basis. There's nothing that we do consistently that we're not going to be able to get better at. So number one, the first pillar is going to be able to gain the skills. So go ahead and ask ourselves whether we want to go ahead and really master trading, e-commerce, building the business, impacting people. What are the skills that we need to go ahead and master to really go ahead and see growth? Okay, so you can go ahead and drop it down in the chat. Number two, the second pillar of success, work ethic, right? Work ethic. This is so important. And I love Neno's call just now. He broke down, what separates most people during the end of the year, even John Guaman last night as well. Why does the 5%, why do they turn up the gas during the end of the year while many others slow down? This is why we say we follow the masses and we do the opposite. There's no better time to start sticking out. There's no better time to get serious with the gym, to get serious with your personal development, to get serious with your daily challenge of getting down your morning rituals, right? Getting in the yoga, meditating, visualization, working out, getting our trading done from 9 to 10 in the morning. All of these things, it's going to take. There's no way I can lie to you guys and say we're going to be able to go ahead and half-ass this thing and really, really achieve what it is that we wrote down. I wish it was that easy. Over the course of this journey, I had to develop so many calluses on my mind, on my hands, on how I used to look at things, because the truth is, people are not going to believe in you. Okay, that's number one. You're going to have hate. You're going to have negativity. You're going to lose trades. You're going to have people that quit your business. So all of these things come with this industry. This is why it takes being able to build calluses, and how you do that is through work ethic, right? Just like going to the gym. The only way these calluses happen is by being consistent. The same way happens with this business. Being able to be consistent with trading, with mastering whatever platform that you guys want to go ahead and get into, this is what it's going to take. So work ethic, this is huge, okay? Match a chairman's work ethic. This is what I did. I literally used to look at the chairmans. I still do it today. And I looked at all of my favorite chairmans. I said, what are they doing on a daily basis? What are their rituals like? What time do they get up? How many calls are they doing? What's their posting schedule like? What kind of energy do they come when they bring to the table on their videos, on their stories? Are they speaking? Are they speaking about their vulnerabilities? Are they speaking about their struggles? Right? All of these little things, I used to just pick their brain and ask questions. And I'm telling you, you can adopt exactly what it is they're doing. But here's the deal: you do it your own way. You make it your own. Everybody has their own sauce, their own little tweak on it, and now you become your own brand. If you think anybody's information is theirs, they didn't create it. They were able to just go ahead and take it and put it out as Lady Boss Nikki, put it out as Deanne, put it out as John. So understand, as JoJo. So this is big. Okay, work ethic is going to be needed inside of the month of November, coming in to 2023. Can't work from it, right? It's called network marketing, not net sit. So this is big. Number 3, service. Okay, the third pillar when it comes to success is going to be service. This is monstrous, because a lot of us have paid a lot of money for personal development, for mentorship, for leadership, and one of the 2 biggest things I could tell you guys that I've gotten out of all of these years is service and gratitude. If there's two monstrous things that anybody can apply to their life that I'm telling you, you'll be a different person in 90 days, let alone 6 months to a year, is be able to think about how can I be a person of service every day, and how can I go ahead and be grateful every single day? How can I live in gratitude? You know what I write every day when I wake up? Every day, I don't miss. Every day I write my 10 blessings and we journal, right? For the dream team, for the squad. When I wake up every single day, the first thing that is written, right? And you guys can see it. Okay. Thank you, God, for waking me up today so I can be a person of service. Every day, right? Because I understand that I am the light in the darkness. So every day I write that. So even for yourself, Jim Rohn talks about it. We get paid for the value that we bring to the market. So my question to you is, what value are you bringing? Your voice means something. You matter. You make a difference. So I'm telling you, if you're willing to put yourself out there, watch how many lives become magnetic to your story, to your consistency. Like Deanne. Deanne's hitting the gym every freaking day, rain, sleet, snow, shine, sick or not. And I'm telling you, she's inspiring people that she doesn't even know. So realize that if you can stay consistent, you're the goal in life. Here's what I wrote down, right? I wrote this for years. Aspire to inspire before we expire. Okay. And watch how much that changes your perspective, because now you become a person of service, becoming the best version of yourself and helping others do the same. Okay. With time, value, and results, right? And also become a leader, right? When you become a leader, you're going to be able to allow a door that others can then walk into, to actually step into their shoes, to actually realize their own personal greatness. And last but not least, number 4, the fourth pillar to success. Y'all ready? Awareness, right? Neville Goddard actually wrote a whole book. It's one of my favorite books that I ever read. It's called The Power of Awareness, right? And inside The Power of Awareness, he really talks about the difference between somebody that has a high level of awareness and somebody that has no awareness. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as I've grown over the years, my awareness has completely transformed, right? To the point where now it's like I can look at somebody in a matter of 1 to 2 sentences. I can get an idea of their thoughts. I can get an idea of their goals. I can get an idea of their vision, of their thinking, just by the way that they speak, just by their tone, by their facial expressions, by their micro expressions, right? Because what we say is what we're thinking, but it's at a whole different level. If we talk about it, that means we're thinking about it 10 times more. So when you start to get a different level of awareness, you start to learn how to actually influence people, right? The book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. When you get a different level of awareness, you start to realize what makes people tick, what makes people frustrated, what makes people anxious, what makes them depressed. You know what it comes down to a lot of the times? It's very similar ideas. So when you understand that most people don't come from money. Most people were brought up in lack. Most people were brought up in scarcity. Most people were brought up not thinking about being able to live a life by design. So when you become aware of that, here's what I knew. How many of us have a smartphone every day that we didn't make money from it before we got inside of this business? We had a $1,000 dumb phone, right? How many of us, when we got inside of here, now grab the awareness that we can make money anywhere that has Wi-Fi? We now have the awareness we can make money in our sleep. We now have the awareness of why 5% of people have 95% of all the money that exists in the world, right? Because they decided to trade money for money instead of just time for money. You see, awareness is everything. Awareness ends up determining what we look like, who we hang out with, what our house looks like, what our cars look like, what our emotions look like on a daily basis. Awareness has everything to do with all of this, right? For those of you that say that say I don't know a lot, this just comes down to a level of awareness, right? A lack of self-confidence, a lack of being able to not know what to do with the space that is given in an empty space. This is why so many people have trouble meditating. They don't know what to do with the silence. Not many people know what to do with the silence. You know why? Because a lot of us are so used to, and myself included, we're so used to hearing other people's thoughts, hearing other people's negativity, hearing other people's negative beliefs. So you know what happens? We start to adopt it. We start to let it absorb, and that becomes us, right? Well, here's the truth. That's not you. I'm here to tell you, we have the ability to go ahead and rewire that with unpersonal development, with journaling, with meditation, with getting around the right atmosphere, the right influence. And I'm telling you right now, this is where it all starts. So family, this is the 4 pillars when it comes down to awareness. And here's my question, okay? If you really want to master your awareness, the secret is it comes down to what it is that we do in private, because what we do in private gets what? Praised in public. So what are we doing behind closed doors? This is where the awareness comes in, because you're not going to have a boss that's going to call you all the time to tell you what to do, to get you up early, to have you get your morning routine, to have you actually get on the trading calls. So your level of awareness for yourself, your own accountability, is going to play a massive role. And then you take it a step further. Now you get accountability partners. This is when you can start to audit and track what it is that you're doing on a daily basis, hold each other accountable, have healthy competitions. And here's the deal. You're going to be able to elevate as a group, because rising tides raise all ships. So family, this is what it's about, right? Every single one of you, you bring something to the table, you have a voice, you matter, and you make a difference. So let's make this month of November to be the ones to get uncomfortable, to put ourselves out there, to be the ones to be the light, because everybody is looking for somebody to follow. So family, with that being said, that is my training for you guys today. And if I want to leave you off with a quote, think about this, okay? Think about this. A lot of individuals' belief systems drop, right, as we get older, right? Because we start to we let go of imagination. We let go of our creativity. We've been told no and let down so many times. We start to realize that I don't know if I can make this happen, but here's what I want to tell you, okay? Here's my quote I want to leave everybody with. Life is an expression of our level of belief. Life is an expression of our level of belief. So what it is, what life looks like right now is the level of belief that we've been able to carry for ourselves. So what happens when you start believing that you can actually get on stage in front of thousands of people? I wonder what happens, what you feel like when you have thousands of messages coming in, thanking you for your story, thanking you for your testimony, thanking you for everything that you've already gone through already. I wonder what life looks like when you step into the best version of yourself, because here's the truth. You can believe a lot more. I can believe a lot more. I can do a lot more, and so can you. So here's the best part about life. Just like trees, we have the ability to keep growing, but humans are the only things that don't grow to its maximum potential. So today, go be the one that goes out and grows to their maximum potential by making a decision in the sand that November is the month to remember. So family, with that being said, I love you. Go out and have an abundant day. It is your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. I love you, family. We have so much abundance, so many calls. This whole month of November is already laid out. We've already got the calls, we've got the Zooms, we've got the educators ready to go ahead and give the sauce. All that's left is to go ahead and really run the play. So family, I love you guys. Let's go out and make it happen. Appreciate you. It is TGIM. Thank goodness it is. No, it's actually Tuesday. Let's get to work, family. It's game time. Let's get dangerous.